Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you all know, I'm Allie with Mama Allie, and this is my daughter. What is your name? Hadley. I have been off of YouTube for quite a while now. It's been a month or two, and it has been insane. So I was going to get on here real quick, do a little life update, and see where it goes. So some people have been messaging me on Instagram and just asking, checking on me, and here's a little background. So if you've been wondering, which I know I'm no one popular, no one famous, but I have made some friends through YouTube, so and I'm very thankful for them and grateful for them. So if you have been wondering where I've been, I'm just gonna go out and say it if you don't already know and don't follow me on Instagram. My family unexpectedly had a miscarriage back on December 9th. I found out that I was no longer pregnant, and I hadn't even announced it yet on my Instagram. On my last YouTube video, I kind of said we needed some prayers, that we have a lot of things going on, and this is a little backstory, so I'm going to make this as quick and short as possible. But for those who don't know, my daughter Hadley was conceived with the help of fertility drugs. I had a miscarriage a long time ago, back whenever I was 17 years old, and I was told that it would be nearly impossible again for me to get pregnant just because I gained a lot of weight, I became infertile, and so Hadley I had with the help of fertility drugs. She was totally 100% planned. My husband and I, we weren't sure, exactly if we wanted more kids or when we wanted them. He for sure wanted to, but I was still making the decision for myself. And it came out on, I think it was like the very 1st of November, the end of October. I took a pregnancy test and it was obviously positive, very, very so positive. What's funny is I felt like I had the flu. I was just very nauseous. I wasn't getting sick, but I was nauseous, and just experiencing some flu-like symptoms. So I was like, I'll just take this pregnancy test just for funs and see what it says, and I'm sure it'll be negative. So I took it and it went super, super positive, and I'll insert a picture here in just a second. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I called my OBGYN, who I've had since I was 17, so for the last 7-8 years now, because I'm about to be 25. And I just told him what was going on, and he was like, well, we want you to come in immediately. So I went in. This was a Monday, and they put me in that same day. So I went, and they confirmed that I was in fact pregnant. We saw the gestational sac, but there wasn't anything in there yet. So I was thinking I was at least 9 to 10 weeks because of the last time I had a menstrual cycle. So we were really, really concerned on if I had a blightum ovum. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, but it's where you have a gestational sac, but nothing ever forms inside of it. No baby, no yolk sac, nothing. So we were really, really worried that that might have been what's going on. I went home, and after thinking, I was actually off on the date that I had my last menstrual cycle. So I called my OB back, and I was like, hey, I think I was wrong. Here's what I think, how far along I think I am. And he was like, yeah, after checking your blood work, that actually lines up. So come back in a week, we'll do another ultrasound. I came back that week, we had the yolk sac, but still no baby. So we were still worried again, very anxious. He said, if this is how far along you are, then this is going in the right direction, but we don't know, so come back again another week. Came back again the next week. At this time I was now 6 weeks pregnant, and we saw the baby. She had a heartbeat, and it was just amazing, and we were so thankful, and we were thanking God, and we were just so excited. We were finally pregnant. Like, I was pregnant, and although it wasn't planned, no one wants something bad to go on unless you just don't want children. And so we were like, wow, we got so excited, and I couldn't wait. So I posted it on Instagram and Facebook and shared the news that we were expecting another baby. And then it was Thanksgiving the next week, and he was like, we'll just come back in 3 weeks, and we'll check you one more time, do an ultrasound, and then if everything's good, then we'll just go on about it. So I went back. I was supposed to be 9 weeks pregnant, and we did an ultrasound, and the baby was in there, but they could not find a heartbeat. And let me tell you, when I say that room, I could tell that something was wrong. This is my 3rd pregnancy. Obviously, I know what to look for whenever I am pregnant, and to look at an ultrasound, and I knew I was not seeing a heartbeat. So I just kind of like laid there, and I was staring up at the ceiling, and I was just like, this is it. This is the feeling all over again, just flooded me and hit me, and it was very, very hard because we thought everything was fine, so I went by myself to this appointment. My husband has been going with me to every appointment until this one, and I just can't even tell you the vibe that was in that room. Like, I just knew something was wrong. So I hear the words, well, Allison, I don't have good news this week. And that's exactly what he said, and my heart sunk. Right then I started crying. I could tell that it was very hard on him, and it was probably the hardest part of his job, is having to tell a mother that they lost their child. So we were all sad. I had two options. I could either try to do this on my own or go and have a D&E, which if anyone has seen my last video or one of my previous videos where I talk about my miscarriage experience, doing it on my own, I almost lost my life. My body I was losing a ton of blood where I had to have an emergency surgery. And so I went ahead and I was like, let's just do the surgery. So the surgery was the next day, and the surgery went well. I didn't have any complications. I didn't have anything go wrong, thankfully, and here I am now. It's been a month. Anyways, this is where I've been, and I have taken a break from a lot of my YouTube, Instagram, and my YouTube in general, just because I'm not mentally there yet. I might start back up on YouTube to give me something to do and get my mind off of things, and I'm back on my medication, so I'm good in that aspect, but I didn't want to focus and just not acknowledge it. I wanted to go through the process of grieving and mourning before I just pretend like everything was okay. So, you know, whatever God has planned for us in the future, we are excited for, and we hope it's to have more children and to be able to have one successfully and to both be okay. But I will tell you that pregnancy, from the start, something about it was off, and we were very, very concerned the whole time and anxious, and I can't even tell you how bad my anxiety was while I was pregnant. Like, I was so scared every single day something was going to go wrong, and it did. But I'm going to be praying about it, and hopefully I can get my mental health and my physical health where it needs to be, because I want to lose some weight, and I really want to get my anxiety and my depression under control before I bring another child into this world. And I just want to be able to be healthy physically. That way I can safe labor experience and not have to worry about gestational diabetes, all that stuff. So this is where I've been, for all of you who have asked, and if I haven't talked to you, or if you haven't seen my Instagram. But hopefully we'll get back into the mojo of being back on YouTube and talking to all of you guys. So just hang tight with us. We'll be back soon, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.